Nicolas Cage's story began away from the glitz of Hollywood, in a home where silence often felt heavier than words. Born Nicholas Kim Coppola on January 7, 1964, in Long Beach, California, he was the youngest of three brothers in a household steeped in creativity, yet marked by tension. His father, August Coppola, was a disciplined literature professor, while his mother, Joy Vogelsang, a dancer and choreographer, struggled with her own challenges. Cage later described his childhood as quiet, with moments of joy fleeting and tension constant. His parents' divorce when he was 12 left a lasting imprint, teaching him early lessons about self-reliance and composure. School brought additional struggles. Peers often viewed his success as inherited rather than earned, prompting him to adopt the alias Roy "Nicky" Richards. This act of self-reinvention reflected his need for independence and control, planting the seeds for the courage and curiosity that would define his career. Acting as a sanctuary amid personal turbulence, acting became Cage's refuge. By age 15, he recognized the transformative power of performance, seeing it as a way to channel loneliness and uncertainty into something expressive and tangible. Each moment of isolation or misunderstanding became fuel for his craft, shaping the intensity and authenticity that would later define him. Acting offered a safe space to explore emotions that might otherwise have been hidden, and it provided a sense of purpose amid a fractured world. This early connection to performance was not just about skill, it was deeply personal. Cage learned to turn inner struggles into outward expression, creating a foundation for the immersive, emotionally charged performances that audiences would come to recognize and admire. Through acting, he found both voice and freedom, vulnerability as strength. As he matured, Cage's willingness to confront fear and vulnerability became a hallmark of his craft. His early performances often mirrored the emotional depth of his own experiences, allowing him to transform personal pain into relatable art. While many actors rely on charm or technique, Cage's approach was rooted in truth, translating inner tension into on-screen presence. Even as recognition grew, he continued navigating feelings of isolation, reminding him that talent alone could not shield him from life's complexities. Los Angeles, bustling and full of opportunity, often accentuated his sense of distance, yet it also inspired him to channel personal experience into storytelling. In this way, vulnerability was never weakness. It became a tool, allowing him to connect authentically with audiences while transforming his own challenges into enduring performances. Breaking away from privilege. Determined to establish his identity beyond his famous family name, Cage made a bold choice at 17. Forsaking the Coppola legacy, he embraced financial independence, living in modest apartments, sometimes sleeping in his car and taking odd jobs to survive. This step was not reckless but intentional, a test of his own resilience and commitment to his craft. Hollywood, with its allure and competition, became a proving ground rather than a guaranteed pathway. Cage's early struggles shaped a work ethic and focus that would define his career. By choosing anonymity over inherited fame, he cultivated the discipline and perseverance necessary to thrive in an industry where success often feels fleeting. This determination set the stage for a career built on merit, authenticity, and relentless curiosity rather than comfort or privilege. Early struggles and persistence. Cage's first Hollywood roles offered little glamour or recognition. Small parts in films like The Best of Times and Fast Times at Ridgemont High were often overlooked, testing his commitment to his craft. Instead of discouragement, these setbacks fueled his determination. A turning point came with his uncle, Francis Ford Coppola, who offered him a role in Rumble Fish. Refusing to rely solely on nepotism, Cage earned the part through dedication, signaling a defining principle of his career. Around this time, he officially adopted the surname Cage, inspired by John Cage and Luke Cage, marking a deliberate reinvention. This symbolic rebirth reflected his desire for artistic freedom and personal identity. From these early trials emerged a foundation for authenticity, shaping an actor capable of blending raw emotion, bold choices, and fearless exploration of character, a combination that would become his hallmark. Crafting a legacy of authenticity, Cage's dedication to truth in performance set him apart. In films like Birdie, 1984, he embraced physical and emotional challenges to fully inhabit his roles, while in Racing with the Moon, he endured solitude to channel the character's internal struggles. Hollywood often labeled him eccentric, but Cage called it commitment, striving to translate personal experience into honest storytelling. This approach resonated with audiences who felt the depth behind each performance. His intensity became both a signature and a tool for empathy, drawing viewers into the worlds he inhabited. Cage's craft reflected not just technique but lived experience, bridging personal vulnerability with cinematic storytelling. This dedication laid the groundwork for a career in which authenticity, emotional courage, and fearless exploration of character would consistently define his choices. Love, fame, and growing recognition. Cage's talent gained wider recognition through films like Moonstruck and Raising Arizona, where his blend of humor and emotional depth showcased a range few actors could match. His magnetism drew attention, yet fame brought its own challenges. As audiences celebrated him, Cage confronted the pressure of public expectation alongside personal reflection. Roles like Wild at Heart cemented his reputation as unconventional and daring, blending intensity with vulnerability. Critics admired his immersive performances, noting that Cage seemed to dissolve into his characters. This period highlighted the duality of success, the exhilaration of recognition coupled with the responsibility of authenticity. Cage navigated this landscape with a commitment to truth, ensuring that his rising stardom reflected skill and dedication rather than mere celebrity, while continuing to evolve as an actor willing to embrace both chaos and depth. The pinnacle and personal costs. By the mid-1990s, Cage reached the apex of his career. His Oscar-winning performance in Leaving Las Vegas, 1995, revealed his ability to channel profound emotion into nuanced storytelling. Blockbuster hits like The Rock, Con Air, and Face/Off made him a household name, elevating both fame and fortune. Yet these achievements came with hidden costs. Long hours, relentless schedules, and the emotional toll of inhabiting intense roles tested his resilience. Applause often felt bittersweet, a reminder of personal sacrifices made in pursuit of art. Despite wealth and recognition, Cage confronted the reality that success could not replace inner peace. These challenges reinforced his understanding that artistry, while rewarding, required balance, reflection, and a commitment to personal well-being alongside professional accomplishment. Lessons in resilience. Nicolas Cage's life is a testament to resilience, illustrating how personal and professional challenges can foster growth rather than define limitations. From early struggles with identity and family to financial challenges and personal loss, Cage has repeatedly demonstrated the capacity to recover, learn, and evolve. His story underscores that true strength lies not in avoiding adversity, but in confronting it with courage, persistence, and self-awareness. By integrating life experience into art, he has transformed challenges into authenticity, turning setbacks into opportunities for introspection and growth. Cage's journey reminds us that resilience is not merely endurance, but the ability to adapt, reflect, and create meaning even in the midst of uncertainty, crafting a life defined by depth, purpose, and humanity. A life beyond fame. Today, Cage embraces a life of intention, prioritizing family, meaningful relationships, and simple joys over spectacle. Morning walks, quiet dinners, and creative engagement provide grounding that fame alone never could. His legacy extends beyond box office records, reflecting courage, creativity, and human connection. By focusing on presence, honesty, and personal fulfillment, Cage exemplifies a mature understanding of success, one measured by emotional richness rather than public recognition. His journey from a boy hiding behind glasses to a man embracing vulnerability and love demonstrates that fulfillment comes from authenticity, meaningful relationships, and commitment to craft. Cage's story affirms that even amid chaos, a life lived with reflection, resilience, and intention can yield profound joy, purpose, and connection. Conclusion. Nicolas Cage's life is a portrait of transformation, courage, and dedication. From early isolation to Hollywood stardom, from financial hardship to personal fulfillment, his journey reflects the power of persistence, authenticity, and self-discovery. Cage has shown that greatness is not solely defined by awards or fame, but by the ability to endure challenges, evolve through experience, and pursue meaningful connection. His career and personal life reveal lessons in resilience, the value of emotional honesty, and the rewards of living intentionally. Through decades of triumphs, setbacks, and reflection, Cage has forged a legacy not just of memorable performances, but of human insight, showing that a life well lived is measured in love, presence, and the courage to remain true to oneself.